Just as it was 70 years ago, it remains in our national interests to see Israel continue to flourish as a liberal, participatory democracy in the Middle East. And now, as then, Australia continues to strongly support Israel's right to exist within secure and internationally recognised borders. But my government won't just proclaim these words and these sentiments. We will continue to act on them and not step back from or shrink from our commitments. And this includes standing by Israel in the face of biased and unfair targeting of Israel in the UN General Assembly. The UN General Assembly is now the place where Israel is bullied and where anti-Semitism is cloaked in the language about human rights. Think about it. A nation of immigrants with a free press, parliamentary democracy, financially prosperous, the source of innovation in the world and a refuge from persecution and genocide, is somehow now the centre of cruelty in the world, according to some in the UN. That is intellectual fraud. Last year, there were 17 UN General Assembly resolutions critical of Israel. This compared with a total of 5 covering all other countries, including Myanmar, the Syrian Arab Republic, and Russia's actions in Crimea and the Ukraine, Iran and North Korea. This year, the Human Rights Council passed 6 motions condemning Israel, compared to a total of 14 across the rest of the world. Last year, at my direction, Australia opposed 6 resolutions that attacked Israel in the UN General Assembly. These included the Jerusalem Resolution, which contains biased and one-sided language attacking Israel and denies its historical connection to the city, and the Peaceful Settlement of the Question of Palestine Resolution, which confers on the Palestinian Authority a status it does not have. In the past, we had abstained on these resolutions, not anymore, and not on my watch. My government will not turn a blind to an anti-Semitic agenda masquerading as defence of human rights in the UN. This is also extended to calling out those who would seek to wipe Israel from the map. Again, at my direction, last year Australia supported a UN General Assembly resolution to condemn the egregious and ongoing violent acts of the terrorist organisation Hamas. Hamas are violent extremists, terrorists who use the Israel-Palestinian conflict as an excuse to inflict terror. They should have no friends at the UN.